Hey everyone, I'm back again for the last deck of the day. It's my main deck, Light and Water. Just realized it's low on spells. I didn't even realize it till now. But it's real heavy on shield triggers, kinda. Mostly on water. I'm looking for some spell ideas, so hit me up after I put this up. Again, we're gonna go with the same as the last video. Blockers, support, attack, spells. There are some more rainbow ones in this one, so I'll do those too. First we're going to start with light, the main part of this deck, and then to water, then to rainbow. First up on the light blockers, Largiga, Sky Guardian, cost 1, 2,000. Guinea Pig, but he's good, especially for the evolution I have right now for this deck. I wish I had more of this guy, because I don't know how I only have one of them, but here's the next blocker up. Sarius, the Vizier of Suppression. Nishit, 3,000 power, cost 2, can attack players. Wish I had more of them because of the other evolution I have of Initiates. And here's a key blocker in this deck that I'm also kind of want, maybe I guess more of. I always get him in duels. Pal S, the Morning Guardian. During his turn, all my cards get plus 2,000. Kind of key to powering up my monsters. This kind of helps. This deck helps power up. Only have one of him because he's kind of hard to get out, but he's also real good when I get him out. But it's alright if I don't. Scubskin, the Twilight Guardian. Another guardian creature. This deck's mostly about guardians, initiates, and liquid people. You'll see. Can attack players, 6,000 power, cost 5. Awesome. And here's one of the main blockers of the deck. I could consider him also an attacker, since I also use him as attacker mainly in duels, and also to get spells out of a mana zone to use him again. Psyforce, the Aurora Elemental. I have like 4 of this guy. I don't know how he's rare, but he's not rare. It's so weird. When I put him into the he's a blocker. When I put him into the battle zone, I return a spell from a mana zone to hand. I may. Double Breaker, awesome. And here's King Pasiku the Outrageous. Initiate Evolution. He's a blocker, has fire stealth, which is another thing. This guy can't be blocked whenever your opponent has fire in his mana zone, which is pretty cool against only 2 of my decks here, which one of them is shit. But this one, he's a double breaker also. He has 8,500 attack. Block most anything. Anything here at least. Now on to the support class. Mysterious, the Sonic Guardian, of course. Putting monsters anytime down, get through my deck like that. I mean, I swear, like by the end of duels, I usually have like 8 cards in my hand sometimes. If I don't, yeah, usually. If I don't like use up my cards real fast. I have 2 of those, and here's 2 more initiates. Toll, the Visor of Hope. Cost 5, 2,000 power. At the end of my turns, I man tap all my creatures, which is a plus. It's a major thing for all these blockers in the light I have. Real sweet. This one's kind of a support slash attack, so this is going into attack, but it's also support kind of, because it's basically Aqua Hulkus in light form. Magris, the Visor, Magnetism. When I put it into the battle zone, I draw a card. It costs 4, 3,000 power. It's like a better version of Aqua Hulkus. Real cool. Have 3 of him. And here's a major boost for this deck again. So with Pallas and this guy out on the field, he's awesome. He is Raybill, the Seeker of Archery. Only Mecha Thunder in the deck. I wish there was more Mecha Thunders like him. Each their light creature in the battle zone gets plus 2,000 power, and he's a double breaker. Cost 7, 6,000 power. It's basically like this whole deck is like, I mean, God when you put him and Pallas out on the field. So during your turn, like Lara Giga has 6,000 power. What? That's like, man, so many sub skins out on the field. That'd be cool. And here's another attacker on the deck. He's kind of also an endgame, if you want to put him that way. And he's good because I have a lot of Guardians in this deck. 3 Larvigears. Cost the Larvigear the Immaculate. He's of course, Guardian Evolution. When you put this creature into the battle zone, tap all your opponent's blockers they have on the field. He is cost 3, 5,000 power. He's just cool for like getting to his shield, the other guy's shields real fast. And now on to the spells. These are kind of iffy, but I like them, so I keep them in here. Diamond Cutters. And when I put them down this turn, when I activate it this turn, I ignore any effects that would prevent my creatures from attacking my opponent. Say, most of my light ones have can't attack players. Well, now they can. Or any of my creatures that have summoning sickness. I just took them out this turn. They don't have summoning sickness. It's pretty awesome as a card. Pretty awesome of a card, but he's kind of an iffy, but I still like it, so I keep it. And the last spell of lights, which is surprise kind of, not really. I don't know what happened to the fourth one. I swear I had 4 in this deck, but apparently not. I'll put another one, but so 3 Holy Oz right now. I'm gonna put 4, but end game card. Kill all of his monsters. Big win. He's real cool. And now on to Holy also. I forgot to mention. Its effect. Taps all of their creatures in the battle zone. All of your opponent's creatures. It's a shield trigger too, so it's real cool. Again, I think I had 3 of these, but I guess I didn't. 2 Aqua Hulky, 2 Aqua Hulkai. I always get that wrong. 2 Aqua Hulkus, put him in the field, draw a card. Real cool to fend off the people's bloody Skeetos or small monsters that they've put out and attacked me with a turn or 2 ago. And next, he's a Liquid People. He's the next Liquid People, Aqua Jolter, shield trigger monster. He's kind of an Aqua Hulkus, except I keep him as a guinea pig just in case I ran out of Liquid People. And he'll come in handy with the evolution I got. And here's another shield trigger Liquid People monster. I don't have 3 of them, otherwise he would be in here. 2 Aqua Surfers. When I put him, he costs 6 mana, 2,000 power. When I put this creature into the battle zone, I can bounce one of your opponent's creatures back to their hand. So he's real cool for this deck also. Next one is kind of an endgame move, but is also awesome. Aqua Sniper, cost 8, 5,000 power. When I put this creature in the battle zone, choose 2 creatures in my opponent's side and return them to his hand. He's just all around cool. And here's the only evolution I have for water. There's this other evolution. He's in DM2. I don't know why they put him so early. He's just an awesome evolution. It's Crystal something. Crystal Paladin, I think. He returns all your opponent's blockers to their hand. I mean, that would be perfect for this deck. I mean, I would love 2 of him. Tell me if I'm right, and if he would be awesome. But here's Crystal Lancer. Can't be blocked. Put it on my liquid people. Awesome. Double breaker. 8,000 power. Cost 6 mana. He just, by the sound of it, he's cool. Wish the artwork was different, but it's whatever, man. I have, next, going on to spells. We have 3 Spiral Gate. Bounce baby bounce. Choose creature in the battle zone and return it to the owner's hand. Eureka Charger, just to get more mana and go through my deck more. Charger. He just gives you mana. Draw a card. You know the drill. Last spell, like I said, very little spells, but they're all good spells. Crystal Memory, which I like him in this just to get whatever I want from my deck. I might put, if I could put 2, and that would be sweet, but I don't, so yeah. He's real good as a shield trigger too. And now, last but not least, Rainbow cards. Probably also one of the best blockers in my deck to fire. Tijmal, the Visor of Aqua. And he's also good for evolving either one of my Basiku or Crystal Lancer, which I like how this deck runs because it's only Guardians, Initiates, and Liquid people. So it's really easy to evolve anything in my deck. Tijmal, how is so good against fire, you may ask? He's a blocker, can't attack players, but when battling a fire creature, this creature gets plus 4,000 power. And he already has 4,000 anyway. And he only costs 3. So how can you go wrong with this creature? He's just so awesome. And the last one, he's real good. Aqua Skydiver. I just don't have words for this card. He's a blocker, shield trigger, and when he would be destroyed, I put it in my hand instead. And it's a cool endgame card if I could. I mean, he can attack players and monsters too, so he's real awesome. And especially with like Ray Bill and the other guy on the field, can't be stopped. But yeah, that's all the cards I have for that deck. I have some editing ideas for it. Like I said, Crystal Paladin or whatever it's called, sends all blockers. I think it's on your opponent's side or both sides to the hand. I mean, he's just real cool with that. And more spells, if you have any ideas. I don't have any other spells. If I put the spells that already were in it, they would be like single spells, and I would only get them like every once in a while or whatever. And one of them didn't even make sense why I put it in there. But here's some one cards that I don't have. I think, yeah, they're Japanese. The other one I said was English. First up, El Dorado, the Spirit of Taiga. Let's just take a look at him. He's an Angel Command, Cyber Command. He's a rainbow card. Light and water. His effect is, since you can't see that, is you must attack with at least one creature. Your opponent must attack with at least one creature on each turn, if possible. Whenever a creature is attacking and isn't blocked, I draw a card. And then I may cast a spell with shield trigger for no cost, or summon a creature with shield trigger for no cost. Good for any of those aqua creatures I have. or even Holia or Diamond. No, not Diamond Cutter, but I mean Holia, or yeah. And if I could put, yeah, whatever. But yeah, there's that one. Okay. Galaxy Operation Theta. That's what it looks like. The Super Enlightened. It is an Ultimate Evolution, and I have some, I think it's down here. No, it's not, but there is a evolution that I've been looking at that looks really cool. This is Ultimate Evolution Max. I'm looking at Ultimate Evolution creatures that would be good for my deck, and I saw some, but I don't remember the name, and I do not have the tab right now, so excuse me for that. 14,000 power, cost 7, real sweet. When it attacks, I search my deck, and I might choose a spell from it and cast it without cost after I shuffle my deck. And when this creature leaves the battle zone, return all spells in your graveyard to your hand. Real sweet on that. I mean, he's amazing. I could definitely I would even put those ultimate spells, like, I think that's what they're called. They cost 13 mana, and they're like ultimate spells in the English version. They're like amazing spells in the English version, I mean. But they cost 13 mana, and they'd be awesome, especially for this deck. I mean, not just for this deck, but for anything that uses water. I would definitely want Galaxy Operation Theta. And for the last monster that I think to add from the Japanese collection, Chakra, the Temporal Thunder Guardian. He's Psychic Queecha, and he's a blocker. He can't attack players, and he has this thing called Holy Field. If my opponent doesn't have more shields than me, then I can activate his ability. And his ability is Awaken. At the start of turn, flip this card. And he awakens to Great Chakra, the Storm Awakened. He's a blocker, has Holy Field. If your opponent has more shields than you, this creature has its, his Holy Field ability. And his is all of my creatures with blocker have their attack prevention effects negated. However, it doesn't negate Summoning Sickness. He's a triple breaker, and he also has release. Whenever this creature would leave the battle zone, I would flip it instead. He also has a Holy Soul, and which Holy Soul kinda doesn't matter, kinda does, unless you have like a Holy Soul deck. But he's an awesome card all around. But yeah, those are the 3 cards that would really, I think, would be like amazing, like Ender kind of decks. Ender kind of cards. And I was thinking of adding one more spell. It's kind of an endgame spell. No, I'm talking about endgame stuff a lot of times, but that's kind of what I go for. But another one, a spell would be for, like, if they don't have any monsters out on the field, I would definitely go for Divine Riptide. So they don't even get anything out on the field, and I already have, like, a few monsters out, just to get rid of everything that he has. It's just good endgame. But yeah, tell me what you think of this deck. Tell me what to edit, because I'm looking forward to editing this deck to making it like the best thing ever. And in a few days, I'm gonna edit. I'm gonna tell you another deck profile of CR's deck, CR's Nature Darkness deck, and my Semi-Dragon deck. I say semi because it only has 6 dragons. And it needs some more dragons and editing. And it has 3 civilizations. I'm looking forward to do more 3 civilization decks. But it's hard with the poor man's version of Duel Masters that is here at my house. But again, tell me about this deck. Tell me about more stuff, and yeah, I'll talk to you guys in another video.